Hello students, today we are going to see the 8th chapter Rich for the Top Part 2 Maria Sharapova. A Russian girl, Maria Sharapova, reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. As you read about her, see if you can draw a comparison between her and Santosh Yadav. Maria Sharapova's story of success as she became the top seeded women tennis player in the world motivates us. She overcome all the hurdles and bore humiliation too in order to achieve her dream. Maria's hunger for success and her competitive spirit kept her going. Let us see the chapter. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova. Something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire, and that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005, to the world number one position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. Here, there is something disarming that is likable about Maria Sharapova, that in conflict with her ready smile and glamorous attire, something which lifted her, and that was Monday, 22nd August 2005, when she was at the number one position in women's tennis. And all this happened in almost no time. It was a calm and elegance beyond her years. The Siberian born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the particular pinnacle, the top, the successful point as a women's tennis topper. However, the rapid ascent in a fearlessly competitive world began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path to success and stardom. But it also required a heart wrenching 2 year separation from her mother, Yelena. The latter was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9 year old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would only come at a price. So, here we are talking about Maria at the rapid ascent, that is, fast growth in this particular fiercely competitive world that began at the age of 9 years, and that particular age where a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure, that to suffer. Little Maria, she has not celebrated her 10th birthday even, and when she was packed off to train in the United States with her father laid her on the path to success and the stardom. But it also required a heart wrenching 2 year separation from her mother, Yelena, because of the visa restrictions. The 9 year old girl, she has learned a lesson in her life, an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would only come at a price. That is, she has to pay, she has to make many sacrifices if she wants to bring the excellence in tennis. I used to be so lonely, Maria Sharapova recalls. I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. Maria was feeling lonely. She was all alone. She is recalling that she was missing her mother a lot, and father was also working to keep her tennis training going on, and that is why she was not able to see her father even. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m., wake me up, and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. As a young, she used to sleep by 8 o'clock. But the other pupils, they were quite older than her. They used to come by 11 and they used to wake her up and order her to tidy up, to clean up the room. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. Whatever the things were going on with her, instead of letting that sadden her, she became quietly determined and mentally tough day by day. She learned how to take care of herself. She never thought of quitting, not living, because she knew what she wanted. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insults that to steadfastly pursue my dream. She's saying that when you are trying to become something, that particular moment you are having nothing with you, but that it makes you more hungry and determined to take up the things. Though it is a humiliation, insults, but steadfastly allowing her to follow her dreams. That toughness runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her begging the women's single crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world number one spot the following year. So, the toughness of her mind, even today, she is that tough, and that is the key for her begging, that is winning the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004. And to her, it was a very rapid rise to become the world's number one spot for the women's tennis. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans, for the youngster herself there appears to be no room for sentiment. She was working hard, and her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis had touched so many people, the tennis fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. The strict looks at the answer she gives when she asked about her ambition, the goal, make it amply clear. Amply clear means plentifully clear that she considered the sacrifice worth it. Whatever sacrifice she has made in her life, that was worth, because she was a hard-working person and she was always trying to achieve her goals. I am very competitive. I am very, very competitive. She said, I work hard at what I do, and it's my job. Nothing new. It is she's seeking. It is a part of her work. It is a part of her work that she is not at all disturbed by the things going around. She was always ready to hard work, and she's thinking it is her hard work, and that hard work is helping her to achieve the success. That was only the mantra for success. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly displays her Russian nationality. Though she is living in USA, she is working hard over there. When she is speaking, her accent is also American, but she proudly announces her Russian nationality, clearing all doubt. She says, I am Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. She is already prepared that though she is living in America, but she is always having that dream that she will play the Olympics for Russia if Russia will invite her. Like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle, Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. Like any number of teenage girls, Maria also lists the fashion, singing, and dancing, and that is the hobbies. She also loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle, and she is fond of wearing the fashionable evening gowns, and it also appears in disagreement with her love of pancakes and chocolate, and also she loves the carbonated orange drinks. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed. Pigeonholed means labeled, categorized, classified. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her the richness she is now reaping. Grudges oppose mind. Few people will agree that she is rich, she is now reaping whatever hard work she has done till now, whatever sacrifice she has done, she was always ready to make sacrifice, and that lifted her to the top of the world. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from her tennis. Of course, money is motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport, but the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. She's saying that though tennis is, of course, a business and a sport, but the most important thing is to reach the top, to become the number one in the world, to reach the top spot in women's tennis, and that is the dream, and that dream only kept her going, kept her working further and further. I hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you.